Hello friends! Today we will try a new concept on my channel called Monthly Roundups. It basically means that I will go back and talk about every product I have tried during the past month or maybe two. This is a way for me to be able to look back and see what I think about the products, but also share my experience with you guys. Before we start, I want to put up a disclaimer. I'm very aware of the fact that I own more makeup than the normal consumer. It's a mix of PR, gifts from friends and family, and things I buy myself. Therefore, I know that this kind of content can be a bit distracting for some people who maybe are trying to save money or just doesn't want to buy everything that comes out. Because of this, I would recommend you that if you feel uncomfortable with this kind of content, you can click out of this video and just check my next video. And if you are still here, I assume that you are interested to hear about my thoughts about the things I have been trying out the past time. To not confuse myself, I will go brand by brand, because otherwise I will just mess up everything. First of all, I want to talk about those dirty brushes from Beaky Beauty. I bought them myself, and it's a slanted foundation brush. It's a slanted contour brush, but this is the mini version of this bigger one. And the reason why I got both is because this one is perfect for blush application and even underneath the eye for concealer, and I also got this smaller one. I like to use this one for concealer or highlighter. I was honestly not expecting much from those brushes because I already own high-end brushes like Sonia G, Shikohodo, Refer, and a little bit more expensive brushes. But I have to say that I'm very impressed. I have been using them very often, and when I see that they are not clean, I have to go and wash them because I want to use them the next day. And now I am aware of that the Beaky Beauty brushes isn't that affordable either, but compared to the Sonia G, they are quite much cheaper, I would say. But they also have quite a lot of good sales, and I'm personally planning to pick up a couple of more brushes during Black Friday if I get the opportunity to do so. Now when the brushes are in the way, I will talk about some products I got from GLAMLITE. I got this Rick and Morty highlighter trio. It contains 3 super sparkly and pretty shades. Unfortunately, mine was broken when I received it, so I can only hold it up like this. It's a very pretty trio. I'm using the blue one on my cheeks right now, and it's really sparkly and intense. So if you like intense and colorful highlighters, I would highly recommend this little trio. I find that GLAMLITE's highlighters overall are really nice quality, and they tend to be really nice on the skin. I also got this Strawberry Shortcake Berlicious palette. It contains 15 beautiful shades. I usually doesn't gravitate towards those kinds of colors, but it was something with this palette that really drew me in. I think it was those unique sparkly shimmers. I mean, you can just look at them, they are really pretty. As always, when it comes to GLAMLITE, the mattes are really pigmented and beautiful and blendable. I don't have any complaint here. I would recommend this palette if it's a color story that you are drawn to. One quite recent love for me are the lip kits from GLAMLITE. They are super cute, and I really love the quality of them. We can first look at the Scooby-Doo collection. It's the second one. This is the Velma lip kit. It contains a very beautiful orange lip gloss and a very beautiful terracotta lipstick. Those are totally my colors, especially now during fall. I love to wear those kinds of colors. But what really surprised me was actually this lip kit from Rick and Morty. It's called Rick Hologram Lip Kit, and it contains a purple lip gloss and a purple lip liner. And to be honest, I'm not a purple lip person. I don't wear a lot of purple lip colors, but this kit really took me by storm, to be honest, because it's really pretty on the lips, and I don't want to say wearable again because I know that I have mentioned it in a couple of my other videos, but to be honest, it's quite wearable because I don't feel weird wearing it out or something like that. Next up we have this beautiful palette from Ladybug Glow. It's the Floresta palette. It's really cute. It has such a beautiful color story. It's some grungy greens, some turquoises, some browns, and the best part with this palette is that even if you aren't that used to color, you can do a pretty neutral look with just a pop of color if you feel like that. And for us color lovers, it's really good too. Yeah, the formula is really nice. I enjoy the mattes, and the sparkly shimmers are super good. They are this moussey kind of wet looking shimmers that I really adore. I know that some people have problems with this kind of formula that they crease, but I don't find that I have this problem with this kind of formula. Here on the side I will put up some looks I have created with this palette. If you know me, you know that I love colored mascara. So of course I got quite a lot of new colored mascaras from Glisten Cosmetics. It's their Spectra Lash formula, and I have to say I'm so impressed. I won't tell you too much about what I think about this mascara because I'm planning to do a video about the best color mascaras, since I have been trying quite a few different brands, so I feel like I can share some information about the best color mascaras out there. I didn't get all of the shades because I only got the shades that I felt I needed, which you can tell was quite a lot still. And I really love the shade selection. It has some unique colors that you barely see, like yellow, periwinkle, dark green, blonde, orange, all those kinds of colors that you normally don't see, which I really appreciate. I was also kindly gifted all those duochrome sticks. It has an iridescent shade on the top, and on the bottom it is a multi-chrome shade. They are from the brand Charmacy Milano, and I personally prefer to use them in the waterline or underneath on the low lashes, because I find that when I put them on the lid they can sometimes smudge, or basically the formula can be a little bit too creamy for my liking. You can of course use it as a base and add another shade on top of it, but I don't see much of a reason to do that, considering that they are multi-chromes. Another thing I really like to use them for is the inner corner, or the cheekbones, or the brow bone highlight. So all in all, if you are looking for a really good multi-chrome liner in the waterline, I would highly recommend those. But if you are looking for a liner to put on top of the lid, I would maybe look somewhere else. Next up we have a bunch of stuff from Mili Cosmetics. It's a Swedish brand, quite recently started. The interesting thing about this brand is that the owner is the one who started the famous brand makeup store. I won't say his name because I'm afraid of butchering it, but it's really cool that he started up makeup store because it's famous all over the world. And considering all his experience, I wasn't expecting anything less than high quality in the products. I have a bunch of his products and they are really good. I really like most of it. I can't really think about any products that I really dislike or hate, but of course I have my favorites. I will talk about the products that I have been trying recently from Mili Cosmetics. First we have this super pretty iridescent liquid eyeshadow. It's in the shade 0. I'm not sure if the camera will pick up here, but it's basically rainbow colors. It's really stunning. I love that you can both apply a thin layer on the lid or a thick layer. If you just apply a thin layer on the lid, it's more like a topper, but if you do it in 2 or more layers, it's a really opaque and nice look. And this is the makeup setting spray. It's so good. It makes my skin feel a lot more hydrated, while it also make it look less powdery, because sometimes we just happen to powder a little bit too much, and then you need to use this one. I also really like the liquid eyeliner. This particular shade is in Golden Magnetic, and it's really metallic and impactful on the eyes. This is the UV Cover concealer. I have in the shade beige. I would say that maybe the shade I picked up was slightly too light for me, but I still use it, and especially for those days when I really want a brightened look. I would actually say that this concealer is a dupe for Natasha Denona, or maybe not exact dupe, but it has slightly less coverage, but it's still very similar in finish with the dewy finish, which I really like, because when it's too matte underneath the eyes, it can often give older looking eye. And here is the mascara. It's called Dreamia, and it's actually really a dream, because the wand is so perfect. You can get so long lashes with it, and it's just really lovely. I will continue to use it, and probably continue to repurge. I will continue to use it and probably repurge it when I will continue to use mine, and probably buy it again when it's empty, because it's just so good. Now we come to our favorite products of mine. It's the Mili Cosmetics Duo Color paint. They are really nice. They are split pans. So if you are looking for a good, nice water activated liner, I would recommend those. And the last thing from Mili Cosmetics is their Supernova eyeliner. And this one, I have to say that it's probably my least favorite products from the brand, and this is not because it's ugly or anything like that, but I find it to be slightly too dry for be used on the eyes. I think it's a glitter liner, so the formula needs to be slightly improved in my opinion, but I mean it's quite normal to have at least 1 or 2 duds in the collection, and it's maybe just a preference, because I know that there is people who enjoy drier pencils too, so that's what I have to say about Mili Cosmetics for this time. This past month I have been having a lot of fun playing with the Maybon Blessings palette from Makeup Rituals. It's a very beautiful fall color story. And it has those fall tones like orange, red, yellow, gold, green, yeah. But it also has a pop of blue and some neutral shades and some pinks. So it's a really nice color story. It's very versatile, because you can use it for, I mean, any season, I would say. It has so many different color options, both neutral, colorful and all that. The mattes in this palette is really nice. I like it because you don't really have to build up the pigmentation as much, and the shimmers are really creamy and nice. And now I will talk a bit about SALEM Cosmetics. For those of you that maybe doesn't know me that well or are new here, I can tell you that I actually have a collab palette with the brand. It's unfortunately not sold anymore because it's a limited edition, but I will show you it here to you. It's called Forest Heart. I did pick the artist and decided what the artwork should be, and of course I did pick the shade names and all the shades too. It's quite well used, as you can tell, but it would be strange to not use your own collab palette, right? But that's actually not what I was going to talk about today. Now I will talk about the palette I used from SALEM Cosmetics that is new to me. It's the SALEM and the Witch palette. I actually own both the new and the old palette, and I have done a comparison video about it, so I will try to see if I can link it here above. I'm not sure if I know how to do that, but I will give my best. I really enjoy this newer one. It has really beautiful shimmers, and some of them are holochromes. That's really cool, because you don't see that much in palettes. I have noticed that it's a trend between the indie brands this year to come out with holo shades, but it haven't been for that long time. And the mattes from SALEM Cosmetics are some of my favorites because they are very pigmented, buildable, and blends super easily. I also got this blush, Spooky Cute blush in the shade Ghoulish. It's a very pretty, I'm not sure how to describe it, peachy coral shade. I will show you in a second, like this. And it's really pretty. I own the other blushes too, so I felt like I needed to complete the collection. But mainly also because this is a shade I know that I will wear a lot, and I have worn it quite a lot already. Now I will talk about a new brand called Kannabis Kreationz. The name is because they have CBD in their products. Here is 3 highlighters I got from them. They are super cute. I really love this formula. I will show you all of them. This one is probably my favorite. It's the shade Peach Sunset. Also really love this Honey OG. I really enjoy those 2 shades because I can use them as bronzers, which is really nice because it gives a very radiant and nice finish on the skin. And the best part with those highlighters or bronzers are that you don't need to set them on the skin, which I really appreciate, because normally I have this problem with cream products, or some cream products I should say. This palette, it's magnetic, so you lift it like this and it's cream eyeshadows inside. This one is really versatile because you can use it on its own, and you can use it as a base for your eyeshadow, or you can also use it on your cheeks or lips. So you get a lot of your money here. I personally really adore those yellowish and terracotta shades on my cheeks. And some of the shades are less pigmented. For example, the shimmer shades isn't that pigmented, but if you add a shimmer on top of it, it looks really cool. And when you use those shades on its own, it's more of the avant-garde finish. You get like a glossy, maybe a little bit creasing and stuff like that. But it's still a cool look if you are into that kind of finish. Now I will talk about those 3 blushes I got from RMS Beauty. They actually had some kind of promotion a while ago where you could get 1 blush for $5, which is a quite great discount, because normally they cost like $40 or something like that. I was really intrigued to try those because I have heard a lot of nice things about them. I got the shades Mai Tai, Crystal Slipper and Maiden's Blush. Crystal Slipper is the newest shade from their latest launch. It only launched basically a month ago or so. And I'm really impressed with those blushes. I adore them because most of the time I feel like my eye looks takes over a lot, so I don't tend to like too much blush depending on the look or the vibe I'm going for. So I really like the RMS blushes because they give just a little something on the cheeks without overpowering the look, which is something I really appreciate. Now if you are into very bold and colorful blushes, I don't think you would enjoy those, but for me who like this subtle, was it right? Subtle? Some of you have telling me how to say the word that I couldn't pronounce in the last video, and I think I said it right this time. Please comment below if it was right. Now I will talk a bit about the brushes I got from TEXAMO brushes. I have been using them quite a lot, and I have to say they are really nice. It's 15 brushes in total. They are really pretty to look at, and I have to say that the quality is also quite nice, especially for those face brushes. They are really soft and nice to the skin. What I would have wished in this kit is that that they should have at least some more blending brushes, but it's still a nice value for the money, and yeah, if you are on a budget you will probably be happy with those brushes. I'm just a bit spoiled with the expensive brushes that I use, but I wouldn't mind using those on a daily basis. Except I need some more blending brushes or detailing brushes. Now I will actually talk a bit about skincare. I was at the event with my friend Mili. Shout out to you. Anyway, and they had a launch event with Banila Co. It's a K-beauty brand, and they launched their hydration series. And I got quite a lot of their products to try out. I will start to talk about the skin softening toner. It's actually one of my favorite products from this launch, I would say. It's not as thin that you would think. It's slightly thicker than water, but it's still not a thick formula like the Claire Supple treatment, if you are familiar with that kind of formula. But I feel like when I apply it on the skin, it calms the skin down and give it a radiant finish that I really enjoy. Next up is this water barrier cream. It's really creamy and nice on the skin. I love how the texture isn't too thin or too thick, because that makes that you can use it no matter which season it is. It also smells like apples, which I really like. Take a sniff. So those products I can really recommend. Another product I really like is the Bounce Eye Cream. It's really not much to say, because eye cream is eye cream, but I feel like it gives a hydrating and firming feeling underneath the eyes. And here is the serum. It is the Crystal Glow Essence. It's really nice, but I'm not sure if you can see the cool texture, but it's full of those crystal particles, which I find super cool. And it's really moisturizing, and it gives my skin a radiant glow. Then we have this cool down mist. I find that the mist is a little bit harsh, but I still enjoy it and I like to use it. But I think that the mist could be slightly more soft, in my opinion. And we have this Clean It Zero Brightening Peeling. It's in the new Mandarin serum with vitamin C. It's really nice. I love how just standing there and scrub the skin and feeling how all the junk comes out. And now I'm not sure if it actually is the junk in the skin that comes out, or if it's the ingredients in the product that comes out, but no matter what, it still feels really nice to have it on the skin. And now I have a little bit of a disappointment. It's the Clean It Zero. It's in the Mandarin series 2, and I have been using the original cleansing balm, but I can't remember that that one didn't remove eye makeup that bad. But I find that this doesn't remove the eye makeup as much as I wanted, so I can only use it on the skin, which is fine, but I would prefer to have a cleansing balm that actually removes everything. But all in all, I feel like a lot of those products in this launch are really good, and I would probably rebuy at least the toner, maybe the essence, and maybe the cream too. I also want to share some products from a new brand called Wallflower Cosmetics. It's actually my friend Amber who have created this brand, so I'm very excited to be able to try out those products. It's two really beautiful highlighters. It's a champagne one and a pinkish one. The champagne one is called Deja Vu, and the pinkish one is called Amnesia, and they are really sparkly, but somehow they looks like a glow within when you apply it on the skin, which I really appreciate. Then we also have two beautiful liquid lipsticks. It's in the shade NGA, I'm not sure what it stands for, and Bitter. They are cool toned shades, both of them, and I really enjoy the formula. I think the Unearthly Cosmetics satin liquid lipsticks, but slightly more drier, but not too drying. I mean, they are still really comfortable on the lips, and I really enjoyed the colors too. I'm very excited for my friend, and I really wish the best of luck for her, and that she will be able to follow her dreams and just create makeup and let her company grow. Last but not least, I will talk about the huge collection from Profusion. It's their collab with Jurassic Park. Here is the palette. It's super cool, and it's quite, what is it called? Bulky. But it contains 30 shades, so you get a lot of shades. But here is the surprise. Inside you find this cool 3D effect with the dinosaurs. So it's a really cool collecting piece for those who likes Jurassic Park. This also plays music, but somehow it doesn't play right now, but it doesn't matter. I will insert a clip of how it looks like when it's played. Now it's starting to play. And here you have all the beautiful shades. Yes, so here you have the shades, and the mattes are really pigmented, as they always are with Profusion, I would say, and especially with those latest palettes they have had coming out, because I just feel like they improve their formula every time they come out with something new. But the shimmers in this one, I have to say, I'm so impressed. I can't stress that enough, because I recently got the Yucca palette from Natasha Denona, and the shimmers are almost exactly the same in the Jurassic Park palette compared to the Yucca palette. And that's quite crazy, because if you are aware of the prices Natasha Denona has, it's just insane to me that this budget-friendly brand can have the same formula as Natasha Denona. And the strange thing is that I also feel like the mattes are quite similar too, so maybe they are made in the same factory. I really doubt it, but what a fun twist it would be. We also got this setting spray, and it's really cute, obviously, but I feel like the alcohol in this setting spray is slightly too strong for my face, but I still think it's really cute. You click here on the top and you get a little spritz, but I don't like it on the face. I also got those two cute small little mini bronzers. They are liquid bronzers, and unfortunately I feel like they just blend away when I put it on my skin, and that means that they are not pigmented enough for my skin tone. But I think that for someone who likes a more natural result or have a lighter skin tone than me, would probably appreciate this kind of formula. We have those three lip plumpers. They say that they are hydrating, but I don't find that they are super hydrating. I was expecting them to be slightly more hydrating, but they are still very beautiful on the lips, and I like the color selection. They sting a little bit because they are plumping, but I mean, if you don't like that, you should maybe stay away from them, but I personally don't have any problem with that kind of products. And then we have those super cute eyeliners. They are neon liner and they have stamps on the top, so there is different patterns on the top, like dinosaur foot and an eye and arrow and things like that. I find those to be really fun, really cute, but unfortunately they don't work on top of eyeshadow. So if you are going to use those, you need to use it straight to the eye without any eyeshadow underneath. Which is a shame, because I rarely do looks without eyeshadow, but they are still very fun, and I mean, they have a good price too, so I can't blame them. Next we have my favorite product, except from the palette from the collection. It's the two highlighters, and if it's something that Profusion does really good, it's highlighters. Those ones both look and feels like the Super Shock highlighters from Colourpop. Now my only critique is that the shades maybe are slightly too similar, but they are still super cute. I love the effect on the skin. It's more a metallic than sparkly effect on the skin, if that makes sense, which is nice for a change, because normally I go in with those super sparkly highlighters, but those looks quite natural and very pretty on the skin. And if I haven't missed something, I think those is the last product from the collection. It's the lip and cheek balms, color changing. It's in the shade Raptor and Triceratops. I like those a lot. I like them more on the lips than on the cheeks, and that's mainly because I like to use foundation or base makeup, and I feel like those kinds of blushes looks best on a bare skin. That was quite a lot to go through. I hope that you haven't fallen asleep. Before you go, I will just tell you what I used on my eyes and face today. I used the Adesso Beauty Runway palette, and I used the Suva Beauty UV Taffy's liner palette. And for my lashes I used, I'm not sure which lashes I used actually, but I think it's the Melody Lashes XOXO, because that's the lashes I normally use when I just put something fast on. For the cheeks I used the About Face blush balm in Chic Freak. It's a really pretty purple blush, but on my cheeks it's more like a, yeah, you can see it's almost a bit pink leaning on my skin tone. Yep, that was all. I'm very thankful for having you hanging around here with me, and I feel that I get so much joy being here and seeing your comments, because it seems like you enjoy my videos, and that makes it all so much fun. So thank you again for being here with me. Please subscribe and like the video if you feel like that, and if not, it's okay too. And before you leave, you have to tell me which product that you have been using recently and what you think about it. Is it something you recommend, or do you not recommend it? Okay, thank you. Bye bye.